Dude, I look funny with this mask, this rainbow mask. I'm looking at myself. I look dumb. I know, but I never saw myself. I look dumb.
You look great.
Thank you. Ben, Finn's on it today. He roasted me, but he makes me feel better. Okay, so it's recording. All right, so we want to set it equal to 0 and factor. Now, where's my pen? Alexis, where's my pen? Where'd it go? Oh, here it is on my lunchbox. So I just take a lunch break now. X plus 3, what's factored? X plus 3, we got x minus 2, we got x minus 5, and what? X minus 5 equals 0, right? What are my zeros? Yes. The zeros are x equals -3, +2, and 5. You guys remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry you can't see that online. Sorry. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. That was inappropriate. Because people online have feelings too, and I wasn't recognizing those feelings. Then we test the limits, right? You guys remember this? So we have -3, 2, and 5, right? And then we figure out, is it positive or negative? You guys remember that?
Yeah.
So we plug in a number less than -3. What should we plug in? -1,000,000. Those of you confused by that, I'll do -5. Plug in -5. -5 plus 3 is -2. It's what? Negative. You guys remember this? -5 minus 2 is -7. Negative. -5 minus 5 is -10. Negative. So what's this going to be? Positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive. Why? It's all negatives. That doesn't make sense.
There's an even number.
Because they're even. 1, 2, 3, 4, even, positive. So between -3 and 2 is 0. 0, is that cool? Positive, negative. Right? Am I going too fast? Raise your hand if you understand. I understand, sensei. Let's get this done so we can watch Godzilla. You know what I mean? 2 and 5. 3. Or whatever. 3, 6, 1, positive, negative, positive. Right? Remember that? And then 10, or 1,000,000, or 6. Positive. So we can graph it now. So let's go. Tale as old as time, true as it may be, barely even friends. I'm putting my zeros on here. Then somebody bends unexpectedly. Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, I'll play it. Okay, so here is positive, right? Here is, what do we have? Positive. No, wait. Negative. That's negative all through here. In between here, we have positive, and we have positive. I'm going to do blue. So you got to hit your zeros. Boo, boo, whoop, woo, doo, 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 doo. So this is what we're going to do, but harder. I taught you this when I was sick. You guys remember this? Or did I do it before I was sick? I did it before I was sick. No, this is not what I did. I did this before. We did this in the class. We did this at the beginning of the year. This is polynomials, graphing polynomials. That's what that is. So But yeah, we're celebrating my third period classes. We're celebrating Betty White.
Why do you do all the fun stuff at Pebbles?
Huh? I don't really do a lot of fun stuff with you guys, do I? Because it's early. Should we do karaoke though?
My job is to make college easier because students have a lot in common.
Oh, she's beautiful. Look at her. Can I be really honest with you? This is one of the creepiest Disney movies ever. You know what I mean? Isn't this weird? Like, oh, this is not appropriate. This is kind of weird.
Taylor's oldest time.
I'm feeling kind of weird. I think I should stop. Are you guys okay?
As it can be.
I think there's something illegal going on here, right?
Even friends, then somebody bends.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Unexpectedly.
Okay. I can't do this to you guys.
Just a little change.
That was creepy. Like, first he kidnaps her. You know what I mean? He kidnapped her. He kidnapped her.
All that matters is that it's really.
All right, we can start class now. All right, Greta's here. I marked you absent. Remind me that you're here. Okay. All right. So what we're doing, I'm sorry, let's go. We're graphing rational expressions. That's what we're doing today. And I taught you this when I was sick before, and I felt like when I was teaching you and I was going to give you a test, you all panicked. You said, Sensei, this is not enough. You're gonna. And then I yelled at you, and we got this big old online fight. You guys remember that? We were fighting.
Yeah.
Was that when I was sneaking into Disneyland? You guys remember that?
Oh, when you got sick,
I got sick at Disneyland. Never go to Disneyland. Never. Huh? What's that?
gunshots.
It's the chicken.
Gunshots. They just
What?
killed the chicken.
Oh, we're supposed to do the chicken tour. That's what we're supposed to do.
Oh, I know where it is now.
I don't think they exist.
He told me where it is.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Did you see a chicken in there walking around?
No.
Okay, it doesn't exist. If there is, I'm stealing the egg.
Greta was trying to kill the chicken. What?
Chick-fil-A.
Greta said DIY Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Let's steal an egg and throw it in Miss Howell's classroom.
Yeah.
Who would do that with me? We'll wear a mask so they can't see us. Yeah, it's good. Get away with so much. Alexis, don't tell Miss Howells I said that. I know you're gonna tell her.
He's gonna tell her.
He's gonna tell her that
tell
I'm
her.
gonna egg her
You
classroom.
can tell.
Well, I can tell it. I can tell you late.
Didn't you tell her last time we were trying to do something?
Is there
When was the last time?
I don't even
is there like a
remember.
dog? Like, does anyone have a dog so we can take some dog poop and put it in a brown bag and light it on fire in front of?
Fire, leave it in front
Yeah,
of
so she can
school.
stomp it out.
Oh.
Don't tell her, Alexis. So, you know, if you tell her, she's gonna do that to me. I know it.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys have like fighting?
Okay, here's how you graph rational expression. Do you guys know what a rational expression is? We should go back. Oh, I don't have a picture. A rational expression is this, but a fraction. The fraction, and I'll show you that in just a second. But first, you want to find the zeros of the numerator, find the vertical asymptotes of the denominator, test the limits, and then find the horizontal asymptotes. So this is the same thing, except we got to find the asymptotes. I mean, you can't have like she could have loved him like a pet, maybe. You know what I mean?
Real person.
Yeah, but I have to be honest with you. I mean, even though it's it's not a. I understand it's a person.
He has a mom.
Yeah. I don't know. Would you fall in love with a animal person though?
Of course. If that makes me a princess.
That's true. I never thought of it that way, Sabrina. That's a good. Okay. So here's a rational expression. So we're going to go ahead and graph this, okay? So let's find the zeros. Do you guys have the list written down? Find the zeros of the numerator, find the vertical asymptotes of the denominator, test the limits, find the horizontal asymptotes. You guys write that down. And so basically on the test, I'll give it to you on Tuesday, not on Monday. I'm just going to give you a bunch of, it's just all graphing. It'll just be more like a quiz because we were only do this like less than a week. It'll be mostly graphing. And then Friday, what I'm going to do is we're going to be doing, practice CASP stuff.
Wait, so when do we have this quiz?
On Tuesday.
Tuesday.
That's a test, right?
Test.
What's the homework?
But it'll be a shorter test. It'll be like, probably like 8 graphs you have to do or something.
What's the homework?
8? Oh, you're right. Maybe I'll do 10. What's that?
When is the homework gonna be due?
Homework's due on Friday. Okay. So you have it written down? So do I want to graph this? Okay, so let's go ahead and graph this sucker. Let's see, how far do I want to go here? Let's graph it. So this is a rational expression. So let's find the zeros of the numerator. The zeros of the numerator. What are my zeros of my numerator? X equals. Hannah, what are my zeros of my numerator? You're not on your phone, are you? You put that away. What are zeros in my numerator?
5 and negative 6.
Do you know what numerator means in Spanish? Corazón.
Negative 4 and 2.
Negative 4 and 2. Those are my zeros. Those are my zeros. Okay, what are my asymptotes? X cannot equal. What are my asymptotes? I don't know. I would call someone. Omari, what are my asymptotes?
One and five.
Those are my zeros.
Oh,
Wait.
wait, I don't know.
Brent, what are my asymptotes?
5 and negative 6.
5 and negative 6. Why is 5 and negative 6 my asymptotes? Asymptotes is the right? It can't hit that. Why? Why can it not equal 5 and negative 6? Yeah, they'll make the denominator 0. 5 will make that 0, negative 6 will make that 0. So x cannot be 5 or negative 6. Got it? So then we test our limits. You guys see our limits here? In fact, we'll just do the whole thing here. Let's do the whole graph right here. Let's see. We have here our zeros. We have negative 6. We have negative 4. We have, am I in the way? 2. And we have 5. You guys have that written there? You guys see it? I'll get out of the way in just a second. We're going to graph it on that. So just like we did here, that's what we're doing. We're going to do this next. We're going to test our limits. Got it? And we still have to talk about the horizontal asymptotes. But let's just do a quick idea of how we graph this sucker. sunshine all the time?
If it's sunshine all the time, it doesn't count.
Oh.
Oh, it's like metaphorical. That means like sometimes like they have these excited like men's bodies and that.
Would just always be happy.
Yeah.
It's motivational. Motivational. All right. So now let's test our limits. Let's find a number less than -6. -7. So plug in now we're going to use all of these to figure it out. So do -7 plus 4. We got a negative, 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 negative. We do all of them, right? Does that make sense so far? Raise your hand with me. This is making sense, Sensei. Okay. So how many negatives do I got there? 4. So it'll be positive. So above here it's going to be positive. Oh, wait. Let's do the asymptotes first. Asymptotes. Asymptote at 5. And asymptote at -6. So those are my asymptotes. You guys got the asymptotes? Yes. The bottom of the equation? Yes. Because you can't have the denominator be 0. So if I plugged in 5 there, 5 minus 5 is 0, that would make the whole thing 0. So I can't have x equals 5. Right? So yes. Sabrina said the asymptotes will always be the denominator because they can't equal 0 here. This one also have an asymptote here. I'll explain why this is an asymptote in a bit. You have an asymptote at actually take that back. The asymptote is going to be at 1. I'll explain why. Put an asymptote here at 1. And it'll be here. I'll explain how I got the asymptote at 1 in just a second. It's getting kind of ugly. Okay. So between -6 and 4, what do we got? -6 and 4? -5. So -5. So negative, 1 positive. So what do we got here? This will be negative right here. And then between -4 and 2, let's plug in 0. Positive, negative, negative, positive, 2 positives. That makes that a positive right here. And then between 2 and 5, we got a 3, positive, positive, negative, positive. So then this is going to be a negative. 2 and 5 is a 3. And then 5 and over will be 6. And then everything's going to be positive there. Positive, 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 positive. So this will be positive. Okay, here's how you're going to graph it. You guys ready? Can you see it? We'll do more so it's more clear, but hopefully you can see what's going on. So I have a positive here. See my asymptotes? I'm going to do it in, what color should I do? Brown? So positive. So it's going to be above this asymptote and above this asymptote. I'll explain why this vertical asymptote is 1. It'll be like that. Because it can't hit the asymptotes, it covers the asymptote. It's positive, so it's above. This one is negative from here to here, right? I have to hit that 0. So I'm going to go, if it's negative, you want to hug the asymptote and hit your 0. Right? And then it's positive. I can't cross this asymptote here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go like this. And I had to hit this 0 there. Boom. Because it's positive there, right? And I got to hit the zeros. Who's with me? I told you don't lie if you don't understand. I understand so far. Okay, You have questions?
Can you just go over it over the arrows?
Which part? Omari.
Just the brown.
The brown, how I got the brown? Okay, Omari, look. You see this is positive, right? And I have an asymptote here and an asymptote here. You got it? So I can either go above this asymptote or below. If it's positive, what am I going to do?
So,
Above. And so you want to hug if it's above, you want to hug the asymptotes and go in this direction to show that it's going up, right? And then, now this is an asymptote and that's a 0, right? Because -4 is a 0. So this is, what is this going to tell me? So it's not going to be above or below? Below. So I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go below. I got to start here. And I want to hit to the 0. So hug the asymptote, hit the 0. Okay? Now, between here and here, it's a positive. Now, since I'm here and I have this asymptote here, I can't cross the line, so I'm just going to go above it. It's still positive, right? And I got to go back to that 0. Yes, Luz.
Does it always have to?
Yes, it always has to hit the 0 because the 0 is a 0. Once it always going to have to -4 and 2. It's always going to, whatever these are, it has to hit that 0. And these will always be the asymptotes. It can't touch those.
and it just stops
Oh.
at the last 0.
Well, it doesn't stop because I haven't continued. We're continuing on the next one. So I'm going to ask you, Omari. It's negative. So where am I going to go next? If it's negative between here and here, and this is an asymptote, what do you think it's going to do?
Stay below.
Yes, and then remember, it's always going to hug the asymptote. So you want to go like that, right? Now, in general, it doesn't have to be perfect, right? We can Desmos this and see what it looks like, but I'm just looking at the positives and the negatives. And then finally, this last one here, we all here is a positive. So what do you guys think that that's going to look like if it's a positive with the asymptotes? Remember, they have to hug the asymptotes. I think so. Tell your neighbor what you think it's going to look like so you guys can help you expand your learning. What do you think it's going to look like? If you're not talking to your neighbor, I'm going to have you come up to the board and draw it on here because you must know it. Go. Start talking. Or tell Louisa too.
Well, I was gonna ask what we're supposed to say.
Oh.
Ask Louisa. Ask her Lauren. Let's begin to Louisa part. And listen, Finn, you talk to probably you have to ask Finn what he has and those two. Sure, but after we do this though. Okay, Carla, what do you think? What do you think we're going to do here? It's a positive, right? So you're going to hug the asymptotes. Did you guys say this? You hug it, but you want to stay above. Did you guys get it to look like that?
Yeah.
So that's that. The only thing is I didn't show you to get the horizontal asymptote, which we're going to get here now. But that's pretty much the lesson for today. I have more examples. In fact, let me get you the worksheet. Is the chicken coop, is it locked or can we steal the chicken? Let's get one in here. And let's take a chicken and throw it in this house room and run away.
Yeah.
So it's like
Let's try to find the boy chicken and get its eggs. You only have 4 problems to do. Huh? This is your homework. And yes, you turn it on Friday. All right. So So anyway, this is how you all do it. Are you guys getting hot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Oh, are we doing the other side tomorrow then?
No, doing all of them today.
Oh. Didn't you say that?
But you have said
Okay,
we're
one,
only doing
one,
4
all
of
time
them.
Friday.
All right.
Part one.
So let's do. Oh, so let's talk about. This is what's going to. This is what might be a little bit confusing to you. But let's talk about the horizontal asymptotes. Is that extra?
No, I have a question. Are we doing the same class as this one?
Wait, what?
Are we doing one type of class and then?
That whole thing is due on,
Today we're doing
Friday.
part one.
and you'll notice that some of those problems are the problems that I'm doing during class.
Oh.
Just like before. I don't know.
So,
Just do the worksheet. If you see it on here, just do it.
I can say that's probably homework for the next 2 days.
No, we had
No, but for like for
This
Wednesday and
one?
Thursday.
no, I have another worksheet for tomorrow.
One.
I know.
Why
Sucks.
can't this be part
I mean, another homework assignment for tomorrow?
Are you gonna give this to your other classes or just keep it up?
No, I like my other class better, so they asked to not do it.
I'm gonna ask them if they don't.
Oh, what are you gonna do, girlfriend?
I'm gonna cry.
Okay. Okay, you guys write this down? Here are the three possibilities. AXN plus blah, 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 BX plus C, DXN plus EXF. It's confusing with the letters, but we're talking about the horizontal asymptotes. We're talking about this asymptote right here. Well, how do I know where to put that? Because that other one was at 1. How did I know how to put it at 1? You know what I mean? So it's all based on the largest exponent. The largest exponent. Like this can be x squared, x cubed. This can be x to the first. This can be x to the fifth. More like it's going to be x squared exponents. But it's based on the largest exponent. Oh, what time does this class get out?
It's like 30 minutes.
5 minutes.
Yeah, like 30 minutes.
I don't even
Like,
know.
genuinely 30 minutes.
I gotta look it up.
Genuinely 5 minutes.
Oh, you guys are writing it
Genuinely
down.
5 minutes.
Yes.
Have you guys learned anything today?
That's like 10 minutes.
Yes.
You got yourself in.
Who's already learned enough today? We can take a break. I'm done.
Chicken. Go to see the chicken.
No.
I don't know what.
What do you
I'm
mean?
taking my second grade
I
class
froze
with the chickens. Oh, they deserve it.
Oh.
I stay
I'm
for
trying
second
to
period.
already said that.
Yes.
You make me feel.
We get out at 10:48. We're about a half an hour, 34 minutes. That's what you guys said. 10:48. I want the time though. Let me write it down. 10:48. 10:48. Okay. Now, can I move on? It would be cool if in my classroom I had arcade games.
That one. They go to the
You're-
restaurant.
Huh? Oh, my Nintendo. Should I bring it back?
You should put like it in the back with some.
So you guys can just play it when you need a break while I'm teaching?
Install
You can
it.
go, Sabrina.
Huh?
Were you going to ask if you can go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
You can go.
Install PS5.
Install a PS5, get a PS5.
Oh. No.
Do they sell those still?
You can install.
Link to the system.
I'm moving on. Okay. Now, you guys see the M and the N? That's what you have to pay attention to. So if M is greater than N, so for example, if this is x squared and this is x to the first, see how that is bigger, right? Or if this is x cubed and this is x to the second, then it's going to be a slanted or oblique asymptote. It's going to look like that. Okay? And I'll show you how to do that in a second. If M is greater than N, then it's going to look like that. Okay? I'm going to erase this. You guys want to write it down and then I'll explain it first? So, okay. You guys write it down first. That one you have to use synthetic division to figure it out. There's a black eraser on it. You guys remember synthetic division?
It was hard. You're gonna grab the final.
Synthetic division?
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure, for sure.
What's this final?
Just like last time, it'll probably be delta math and graphing. Graphing, you have to graph on paper, and then you do delta math on delta math. And then bring your, what are they called? Bring your, what are they called? The Chromebooks. Do most of your teachers use your Chromebooks every day?
No, not at all. I haven't used my phone for the past like 2 weeks.
What?
Yes, like.
We literally had an ed puzzle yesterday.
Oh, but I wasn't here for editing. So I got it stupid.
Okay, so if m is equal to n, so like if this is x, if this is x squared and this is x squared, then the horizontal asymptote, like we talked about before, is a over d. So say this is 6x squared and this is 2x squared, right? See how the exponents are the same? So then my horizontal asymptote will be 6 divided by 2, which equals 3. And so at x equals 3, that's where my horizontal asymptote will be. And that's what I did on the last one, right? They were equal, so I did it. It was 1 over 1. They both had a 1 in front of it. That's how I got the 1. So if the exponents are equal, you just divide the coefficients, and then whatever it is, so that'll be your horizontal asymptote. Okay? And that's what I did. Should I show you on the first problem? That's what I did. I did it here, this problem. Now, what's my exponent on this one? What is it? No, it's not. Because this is factored. If I multiply it out, it's x squared plus 2x plus 8 over, if I multiply this, it'd be x squared plus 1x minus 30, right? See how this, if I multiplied it, this equals that, that equals that. Now look at my exponents. What are they? They're both 2. What's my coefficient? What's my number in front? 1. What's 1 divided by 1? 1. So that's why my exponent was at my horizontal asymptote was at 1. That's why I put it at 1. That's the situation I was doing there. Who's understanding so far? Don't lie. Okay, half of you aren't understanding. That's okay, we'll do some more. Okay, now, this one, m is less than n. So, the last one is, what if m was less than n? So what if m was 2, m was 2, and n was 3? This is the easiest one, I think. Well, then it'll be the x-axis, right? It'll be here. It'll be here. The horizontal asymptote will be right there. It'll be the x-axis. If this exponent is smaller than that exponent, then it'll be the x-axis. Sit a little bit, sit a little bit, sit a little bit, sit a little bit. Okay, let's go over some horizontal asymptotes examples. We're just going to go over the asymptote examples. You can write this as your notes if you want, or you can just kind of whatever. Okay, which situation is this? Which one is bigger? The m or the n? Top one or the bottom one? The n is bigger. Okay, so tell your neighbor where the horizontal asymptote is. Where's the horizontal asymptote? Go, tell. You guys are right. It's the x-axis, right? If this one's bigger, then it's right here on the x-axis, and boom. Okay, so we're just doing the horizontal asymptotes. We're not going to graph it right now, but you can see, right? You guys get it?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the easiest one. Asymptote is the x-axis. Okay, now, what about this one? What if they are equal? Where's the horizontal? And I already have the answer right there, but where's the horizontal asymptote? Tell your neighbor, go. Tell him. I'm going to call on you if you're not talking to your neighbor. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Daisy, where's that asymptote? How did you know? But I got roasted. But why? Why is it 3? Because it says it though. Say you're taking a test. Why?
Because it's in the numerator. Right there.
Here's the thing. Notice M and N are equal. They're both 2, right? So you take the coefficients. This is 3. What's this one? 1, and you divide them. You say 3 divided by 1, and you go 1, 2, 3, and it'd be right here. So that's where the horizontal asymptote's going to be. Got it?
Yeah.
Not too hard. First one's the easiest. Second one's kind of medium. As long as they're equal. Now here's the most difficult one. This one, notice this is larger than this. It's going to be the slanted asymptote. This one's the most difficult one. Here's how you do this one. You're going to divide this by that. You're going to divide them. And then you're going to need a linear equation and then figure it out. This is the hardest one, but it's not that hard as long as you know your synthetic division. So you go like this. You go x squared plus 3x minus 1 over x plus 2. I divide this by this using synthetic division. You guys remember synthetic division? Put a -2 here, a 1, a 3, and a -1. You guys remember that? You guys doing it with me or what? Just watching? Because this is positive, you make this a negative in synthetic division. And what do? I bring the 1 down, right? Those of you who forget, this is going to be confusing because you forgot it. I did a -2, a 1, right? Now remember, this is going to be my remainder. This is my remainder, right? We ignore the remainder for this. We don't have, who cares about the remainder? But remember, well, let me write it out. Remember, if we divide it, this will be, remember this was x squared. So now this is x plus 1 plus -3 over x plus 2, right? That's my remainder. Let's ignore the remainder. But you guys remember how I got this? X plus 1. You guys with me? Raise your hand if you're with me. So we say, hey, y equals x plus 1. That will be my slant asymptote. You just graph that line. So, you guys remember how to graph that? You better. It'll be x plus 1. So you go right here, you go plus 1. And right, the plus 1. And what's my slope? 1 over 1. So 1 over 1, 1 over 1, 1 over 1. And it'll look like this. So the asymptote, and you can have like a vertical, that's the asymptote. And you'd have an asymptote here at -2. I'm not going to graph it, but at -2. So it'd be here. So it could look something like this. This isn't the graph. It'll look something like that. It'll look something like that. Okay. Anyway, let's do a couple for the homework. Now you guys do it in your groups. So that's the asymptote. Is that one of your graphs for your homework? I don't think I have it for one of your homeworks. We'll do that later. All right, let's do that's 1. We did that one already. That's 2. You guys ready to do number 2? Let's go in our groups and do number 2 together. You guys ready? Let's go transform. I will walk you through it. Let's do number 2. All right, in your groups, you guys ready? What are the zeros for 2? List the zeros, go. It's already factored, right? So list the zeros. What are the zeros? What are the zeros? Okay, I'm going to ask one of your groups what the zeros are in about 10 seconds. So be ready. Make sure you share it with your group. Here we go. All right. Greta, what are the zeros?
Or a negative.
No.
No? Oh, -1. My bad.
-1. That's the 0. Just 1 0, right? Now, what are the asymptotes? Okay, find out the asymptotes in your group. Go. What are the asymptotes? Okay. All right, Omari, what are the asymptotes? 4 and -3. X cannot equal 4 and cannot equal -3. You guys get that? Now let's test our limits. So let's draw the number line. Put the numbers that you have there on your number line. I'm going to look at each group. I want the correct numbers on that number line. You need a separate sheet of paper to draw your information because I want to see it. Because if I don't see it, I don't believe it. You guys only have a week of pain left with me. Then you'll be done. Is it a week? A week and a day. All right, number line. Number line, Daisy. Number line. Oh, you got it right there. I got it. Number line, you guys put it on the graphs. Oh, I see the asymptotes. Very good. I'm going to show Omari what she puts on the number line. Okay. All right. Tell me in order what numbers I'm going to put in. Let's go with Ivan. Tell me, what am I put first, second, third? Tell me what I'm put.
-1.
How about -3?
Oh, -3, yeah. And then -1.
Okay.
And 4.
Where do I put my asymptotes?
4, -3.
Which I'll do it on that graph in just a second. Okay. Tell me which one's positive and which one's negative in between each line. Go ahead and do that. Test the limits.
Oh, I made this.
Oh. You made that?
Yeah, 1.2.
That in there too. Oh, it's not like those fun 3D printers. Are they fun? 3D printers?
Oh, I need a little.
A car?
You're
still have it?
No, my dad had it in his truck and I didn't love it.
All right. All right. Angela's group. What do we put here? Is this positive or negative? Negative? Carlo, you agree?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go with Brent's group. Between -3 and -1, what do we got? Positive. You guys agree? Alexis, you agree?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go with Louisa's group. Between -1 and 4, what do you guys get?
Positive.
You guys are disagreeing. Figure it out. Okay, and talk to each other. Let's go with Greta's group. 4 after 4.
Positive.
Positive. Greta, you agree? Okay. All right, Clure, did you guys figure it out? What do you guys want?
Yeah, it's negative.
Negative. Okay, that makes sense. So, and where is my horizontal asymptote for this? Talk in your group, where's the horizontal asymptote? I'm going to set this up. So my verticals at -3 and 4. All right, Layla, where's the horizontal asymptote? X-axis. Okay, make your graph. Make sure you hug those asymptotes, get your positives and negatives. Hug the asymptotes, get your positives and negatives. And welcome to test world, because this is what your test is going to look like. I can show you the world. What's going on? What's going on the other one? Very good. Right on that. Number 2. You can't cross the asymptote if there's a 0 there. You can cross the asymptote if there's a 0 there. The horizontal asymptote. You can cross a horizontal asymptote if the 0 is there. You can do that. The horizontal asymptotes are more for the end behavior. So it's good thinking, because Kaylana's like, wait a minute, that's a good confusion thing here. And here's what it's going to look like. We got the negatives. It's going to look like, what color should I do? I got brown, I'll do black. The negative is going to look like this. Got that one. So then this one's positive, and you want to hit the 0. And then negative, and you want to go here. Oops, that's a little, I could have done a little more, but that's fine. And then we have a positive here. And there you go. And that's what it should look like. Yes, Omari.
How do we find the horizontal asymptote?
Ask Clure, see what he says. That was number 2. I'm going to go to 5. Because 5 is a oblique asymptote. Do I have 5 on here? Oh, no, I don't. I feel like I should do 5. Let's do 5. And you guys do the rest on your own. Let's do 5. Okay, 5. F of x equals x plus 1 over x minus 3 all over x minus 2. Okay, so for everything, what I want you to do here, I'm going to give you guys like
like, I saw you hide.
Oh, shoot. It's because they're looking at me. That's how you found me, huh? What is this? Oh, okay. Why are you guys looking at me? It's a giveaway. I gotta close the blinds. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done that. That was immature. Teachers are supposed to be mature. I'm sorry. Good. Huh?
I'll let you know tomorrow if you go home.
Daisy was all looking at me. It doesn't work that way. You just gotta be like, oh, where'd he go?
She saw you from the moment you walked in.
No, she didn't. She did not. She didn't. All right. Ooh, we have time to see the chickens?
Yes.
Look what I wrote here from last time.
No.
What?
The live chicken in this classroom as
Huh?
there's a chicken in this classroom as
That's me. I'm chicken of everything. You know what I mean, Ivan?
Is that why you ran and hid over there?
Yes. I didn't know who that was. I was gonna let them take you guys out instead of me. You know what I mean?
That is chicken behavior.
It is?
Yeah.
Is that a compliment? Thank you so much.
It actually, yeah. Because chickens, they run away.
Yeah.
They don't want to get killed.
Nope. Not me. Okay, we'll ignore this. All right. What are my zeros? X is what? -1 and 3. You guys get that for the zeros? And what are my asymptotes? See who's talking. Kehlani, what are my asymptotes? Huh? The one we're doing.
Yeah, because I didn't understand how to get the, yeah, go to it.
How can you not understand anything when I'm the most perfect teacher ever?
You see, it's because I went to the restroom.
Oh.
So that I didn't. Never mind.
Kehlani, what is the asymptote for this? Can you see that? What is it? 2. Okay, let's test our limits. Oh, let's do the vertical asymptotes or the horizontal asymptotes. So you guys divide this. 2 divided by, oh, guess what? In order to divide this, what do I have to do this top one? Gotta multiply it out. You guys know how to multiply that out? Go to multiply it out. I did it in my head, but if you want to do the box, I don't know if I have time to watch the chickens today. We might have to go tomorrow. I don't think they exist. X squared minus 2x plus 1. You guys get that? Is this one we did before? No. 1, -2. But we did in Okay. So we divide. You guys divide it? I'll let you guys divide it. Divide it out. Get that horizontal asymptote, horizontal asymptote, horizontal. Did you know that? Who said they were going to find out? Did someone know that girl that just came in? You know her? Oh. She like a good friend, or she like a? Oh. No, she's not.
She almost stuffs like we had in the trash can.
When did that happen?
Like after school.
All right, you guys divide it? Yes.
Job.
Huh?
It's supposed to be -3.
Oh. Sorry, my bad. -3. So go 1, 2, 0, and oh wow. It'll be y equals 1x. You guys get that? Y equals 1x? You guys know how to graph that? It's y equals 1x plus 0. It's basically y equals x. So it's going to be here. It'll be this. That is my asymptote. Horizontal asymptote. And then the vertical asymptotes are going to be 2. Will be here. And then let's test the limits. So let's test the limits. Am I going too fast for anyone? I'm going to do it over here, test the limits. So actually, you guys can do it on your graph. Should I do it on my graph? I have here my zeros are at -1. -1, so it's going to hit there. That'll make sense. And 3. Oh, yeah, that's right. That doesn't make sense. You guys are so technical. Math is just about feelings. Okay. Except when I'm great at that. -1. Is that better? -1 and 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. It's going to hit that and that. Okay. So between -1 and 0, so everything's going to be -1. So let's do -2. -2, negative, negative, negative. 3 negatives. So this will be here it'll be negative. Okay. And then -1 and 0. Ooh. We'll do a -0.5. -0.5. This will be positive, negative, negative. So then this will be positive here. Actually, all this will be positive, right? Could do 0. It'll be positive. It'll be plug in 0. Yeah. 2 negatives will be positive. And then between 2 and 3 will be 2.5. 2.5. Positive, positive. Is that right? That'll be positive. Everything will be positive, like 2.5? Wait, is that right? No, this is negative. This is positive. So then this will be negative between here. This is going to go link. And then, wait, no. Here it's negative, right? Sorry, I should have done this on a number line. I'm getting confused. So between here and here, it's going to be, what do we say, is negative? And then here, everything will be positive. Okay. So negative. So we're going to go like this. It's going to go like this. Negative from here to here, you got to hit the 0. Dink. Then it's going to be positive. It'll go like this. And then between here and here, it's going to be negative. And go like this. Hit the 0. And then positive. And that's it. I should do it on the number line there. Why don't you guys go ahead and transform? If you're like totally confused, come up here and I can like show you what happened and stuff like that. Because I see confused looks. Sensei, what do you do here? What do you do there? And then that is due. You have another worksheet for tomorrow.